First off, I'd like to introduce some of our distinguished guests and thank them for coming out. If you could raise your hands and we'll hold the applause until the end. From Senator Thune's office, Kasai El-Hajj. From Senator Round's office, Adam Kamek. State Senator Helene Duhamel. Senator David Johnson. Representative Mike Derby. Representative Steve Duffy. I think Steve was parking the car. He might not be in here yet, but he'll be on his way in. Representative Becky Drury. We've also got Mayor Salamun here. Airport Board Liaison for the City Council and former Airport Board member Rod Pettigrew. Pat Roseland, Council member. Greg Stroman, Council member. Also from the Airport Board, we've got President Dustin Dale, Vice President Dr. Robert Hall, Member Michael Rath. From our consultants, Mead and Hunt, we've got Tom Schauer and Rod Sen. Skull Construction, we've got Andy Skull and Jeff Larson. We've also got some special guests here today. Dan McMahon from United Airlines is here. We appreciate him attending this exciting event. Also, former board president Dick McConnell is here as well. Dick, if you could raise your hand up in the back there. Thank you for coming out. The FSD for our area, for the Transportation Security Administration, Jimmy Bersino. Thank you for coming out. Tom Johnson, Elevate. So thank you guys all for coming out. And I know everybody is a distinguished guest here and we'd like to recognize everybody, but with that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the project here. You know, we've been a long time coming into getting this project off the ground and going. And, you know, today's a really special day for this. As part of the project, you know, we've been planning this for the past 7 years, just for this piece of the discussion. And that's involved numerous trips to Chicago, trips to Washington, D.C. to meet with our delegation, to meet with the Federal Aviation Administration, in an effort to gain funding for the project, to talk through the project with the FAA, with our delegation, in an effort to gain support. And we've had wonderful support from our delegation. And I think everybody should be very proud of what it is that they've done and accomplished in getting us the funding that we need to be able to kick off this project. Part of this project is funded by a bipartisan infrastructure law grant of $11.9 million, which is a grant that we had to compete for nationally. And our team, including our consultants, worked very hard on getting the applications together, getting the project together in an effort to be able to solidify that funding. We've also got, you know, our normal airport improvement funding going into this phase of the project as well. So it's a great piece of getting those funds that we've saved up over time. Plus the airport has done a great job. We recently sent out a book, and I see Senator Johnson's got one in hand here, that shows some of the accomplishments of the airport as we work through our strategic plan. And the airport board really set the tone 6 to 7 years ago in creating the plan that we've been working towards strategically along the way. But we've also been able to save a considerable amount of money, which is shown in that document as well, because it does take a considerable amount of saved funds and saved dollars to be able to kick off a project of this magnitude. So thank you to Senator Thune, Senator Rounds, and Congressman Johnson for their assistance in the funding that we've gotten. Also, thank you to the Airport Board for the work that they've done in doing this. You know, all the way through past boards through today, just having the foresight to really put together a plan, move forward, and then move to implementation of the plan. It takes a great group of board members to be able to do that. We much appreciate their support, and we greatly appreciate the support of the City Council. So with the project, I mean, we do have, it's going to be a continual ongoing need. This, as I mentioned, this is phase one of project one. We've tried to break this into three main projects that are here. The first project will deal with what we consider the head house, or this section of the building here. And it's more so where a lot of our folks are working. A lot of people have seen over the years that have come to this airport, we've done a lot of work in the places that most of the customers can see on a daily basis. Where we haven't done is worked in the spaces to improve the efficiencies in the workspace for those people who are actually doing the work here and doing the ground handling. And it's very important to us that we have a safe environment for them, and we have an environment that they're able to work in that is efficient. And we've struggled with efficiency over the years. And this is one of the big keys, is we're actually getting this airport hopefully up to the times in terms of efficiency. And it'll allow us to be able to process bags faster as they get through. We'll have TSA equipment all in one location instead of in multiple locations, which will drive some efficiencies in there. We're going to align the ticket counters to make them more flexible and capable for any one carrier to expand their operation as they need to, with multiple flights maybe coming at one time and being able to have additional ticket counters. And then it's also going to take care of an issue that we've got up in the TSA checkpoint today, where that's built on a slope, and new TSA equipment is not really able to be placed on that slope that exists today. So we'll be able to flatten that area out, allowing us to be able to actually have a better TSA checkpoint with more capacity. So we're very excited to be able to fix some of these current issues that we have today. Moving on to, and I'll briefly mention phase two of the project, which isn't part of this project here, addresses the gate area expansion. And the gate area expansion will be a very exciting point to which we're actually really able to expand the capabilities of the terminal to be able to take more air service into the future. I think as our community grows, we are growing right now, we as an airport, it's our goal to make sure that we're keeping up with the growth of the community. You know, having seen that and planned for that over the last several years, you know, working through, I think, is with the B-21 and all the different changes coming in with people moving here, you know, it's important that the airport continue to be the gateway that it needs to be to grow with the community. So we're trying to use foresight in that moving forward. You know, as we look at project three, will be that we expand one of our larger business areas, which is the car rentals. As most people know, tourism is the second largest industry in the state of South Dakota. When people come to the Black Hills, you're not necessarily going to get a lift to go up to the monument. Typically, you're coming here for vacation, you're going to rent a car, and our car rental business does a great job, and we want to make sure that they've got the capacity that they need. So that's project three, is to address that piece of it. So I would like to thank our construction partners. Skull Construction will be starting out on project one, and also our consultants, Mead and Hunt, who've worked with us throughout the course of the project. With that, I'd also like to thank our board and introduce Dustin Dale.
Thank you, everyone, and this is a great turnout. Great to see all the faces here, and I think it shows the support that we have for the airport from a regional perspective. Thank you. So, at Rapid City Regional Airport, we are fully committed to providing exceptional service and amenities. Our goal is to not only enhance the air travel experiences, but also play a vital role in economic and social development of the Black Hills and surrounding areas. We take pride in being a key contributor to the growth and prosperity of our region by creating jobs, fostering business opportunities, and supporting the community. As part of phase one of the terminal expansion, we will be providing additional counter space to attract new airlines and streamlining the baggage makeup and security screening process. The expansion will also improve the overall guest experience by increasing the size of the TSA screening area, which will facilitate faster movement to gates. Passenger loads have increased by over 105% since the terminal's construction in 1989. However, many areas of the terminal have not been updated since its initial construction. Overall, this expansion project is a positive step towards improving the airport service and enhancing the travel experience for its passengers. Thank you for joining us for this historic event that will bring positive and lasting change to the community for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for being here today. I gotta say, I love when we have opportunities like this to celebrate wins, because I believe in Rapid City, that's what we do, we win. And this is a great example of that, because you're seeing the evidence of the kind of growth that we're having in this community. And it starts right here at this airport for our visitors, as well as for those who call this place home. So first, I just want to say this. I want to say thank you to the airport director, Patrick Dame, as well as his excellent staff. I see many of your faces here. You deserve a lot of credit. One thing I've learned in the short time I've been mayor is how complex and how challenging leading an airport is. Quite the operation, and it gives me a great deal of appreciation for what you do. As well as all those who are part of this airport infrastructure. The airport is its own ecosystem, and there's a lot of pieces and entities and companies and folks who make this place run or fly, so to speak. So well done to all of those who've been a part of this. Also, I want to say a special thank you to our congressional delegation once again, because it's big money. This is big money coming in the area. They fought for it. I think we might have overlooked Congressman Dustin Johnson's office. Katie Murray is here as well. I talked to her, but Senator Thune, Senator Rounds, and Congressman Johnson have been big supporters of this. But we also have our state legislators, our local council members who are here. I see Kevin Maher walked in addition to Greg, Rod, and Patrick, who are here today. This is the kind of support that we have. This is something that there's a lot going on, but this is something we can all agree with. We want better air service. And as Patrick said, and he's kind of educated me on, a lot of this work early on is stuff we may not see in the public, but actually will help us grow better in the future. And that's what I love about this investment. So all of you have had a hand on making this possible. Thank you, whether it's our construction partners, our consultants, everyone, because this takes a community to get it done. And that's what this is all about. So we're excited for the progress. We look forward to regular updates, and we want to see more and more people use this airport for personal travel, for economic development, and more. So thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here today. It shows you just how big a deal this is, and we're excited to see this thing fly. Thank you.